so right. Oh, my baby, I still go the same. I'm out of love. I still love you. What's up, you guys? How you doing? Damn right, I got Knives here with another DRIGK live interview. What's going on, everybody? So some people are hopping on here. We got Chase G here with us today, Knownlyrics. I got a Balisong Pro in the mail yesterday. Stoked about that. Look at how beautiful this thing is with some blackening on the back side of the handles and on the flats. Got satin. Really well done. I like the weight. 4.5 ounces. Flips good. I like it. Zippy Balisongs just arrived in the mail today as well, so gonna be having those soon at Shop Soet. I got 5 of them here I'm gonna sell. I might keep one for myself. We'll see if I can. Like, I am gonna flip this a little, but you know, this will be the one I'm kind of messing around with. But yeah, so that's cool. I'll do more on this later. I bet Chase G, it looks like he just hopped on here a little bit ago. So yeah, we're gonna put this all aside, but that's something cool coming. What else is new? What else is going on? That's it. Let's get over to Chase now. Let's get him on here. Remember, you guys will be able to find all these interviews on my YouTube. Whoops, it's telling me to block you. No, let's not block you. There we go, go live. Yeah, these will all be, they all have been updated to my YouTube channel, and so will this one with Chase G right here. What's up, homie?
What's up?
How you doing?
Pretty
good to see you. Let me get mine adjusted too a little. I like to get the Balisongs kind of like right at the right spot. Good to see you, man. This has been a long time in the works. We've been kind of talking about this interview for a little while. And I think you were at school and different things were happening for you, right? Or work, schedule, stuff was going on.
Yeah, work basically, and, you know, being a dad, you know.
Right.
Cool stuff.
Yeah.
And then I always find time to do my favorite hobby.
Right. Well, I'm glad that we're finally doing it, man. I appreciate it. It's great to have you on here.
Thank you for giving me this opportunity, man.
Right on. Right back at you. So let's get into it. Where do you live?
I live state-wise. I live in West Virginia, and then I live in the Charleston area. I lived here for quite a while. I did a little bit of moving. I used to live up in Bell, which is probably about almost an hour from here. And then my dad ended up moving us over to, I think it was Alum Creek, and now I'm in South Hills, which is a huge switch up if you live here, like going from Alum Creek to South Hills, because Alum Creek is kind of like really like low, and it's on like kind of like the poverty line. So like living in a nice, really nice residential area is kind of new to me, but I really enjoy it.
Where were you born? Is that where you were born?
Yes, yeah. Charleston, West Virginia. Trying to figure out. I think it was at Women's and Children's is where I was born.
And how old are you?
Right now I'm 21, and I'll be 22 in October the 5th. So it won't be too long.
Well, cheers then.
Cheers.
And how long have you been flipping?
I've been flipping for around 10 years now. I wasn't really active really when I first started flipping, because there wasn't really anything to kind of get on. There wasn't a really good platform other than Jersey Devil, and I was too young at the time. I didn't really know how to get into it, so I kind of regret not getting into it, and kind of wish I did post a lot more videos when I was first kind of coming up. But I think the first video I posted on first post that was Balisong related, I think I posted in like 2014, 2015. And then I have some later ones on one of my alt accounts that I forgot the password to. I lost it. I have to get it back soon though. But yeah, it's been about 10 years. I was kind of off and on trainers and live blades a lot in my 2 years of flipping, and then I got the rep clone back when Ken Pong was kind of popular back then, which kind of sucks, you know. I wish I could have afforded a really good Bally at the time, but that was all I could get. But I put the live blade version on there, and Paul posted that picture of my hand all cut up. That's like got some history to it, because like that was the first day that I got my first live blade, and I wrecked myself. But that's kind of like the day that I got really addicted to it, and now it's just been pretty uphill from there.
Do you remember your first interest in knives, like even before Balisongs, like something that sparked in you as a kid or something?
My grandpa, his name was Theodore, but he went by Ted or Teddy, and he had two really nice oak wood corner cabinets that were like full of knives, and he was a really avid knife collector. Because, like, I mean, mostly I kind of grew up around guns, so it's kind of weird how I kind of branched out to knives, really. You know, because, like, sometimes I'll be like, yeah, I spent $1,000 on this knife, and people will be like, what? That are outside of the community. They're like, you spent $1,000 for that, but you won't buy a gun for that? What? It is what it is, though.
Yeah, it makes no sense. It really does. It's like any other hobby, I guess. It's just some prices are ludicrous.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And what about influences? What was the first thing you saw that made you realize that there was Balisongs, and what was something that influenced you early on?
Well, it actually all started with a ex-friend of mine. It was like years and years ago. I think it was like fifth grade. I'm pretty sure, maybe fourth. I can't really remember. I'm pretty sure it was in grade school. But my ex-friend had kind of showed me some videos, more specifically Flip Zone 999, Rob or whatever. And when I saw those videos of like how he flipped that, I was like, wow, that's really cool. And it kind of started, the hobby for me kind of started as a competition, would you say? Like, who would get better faster and like learn these tricks, you know, like I would learn like the Y2K or whatever, and then he would try to have to one up me, learn the Y2K, and then learn a new trick. Like it was kind of like always bouncing back off of that. And then he kind of got stale with the hobby and wanted to kind of do other stuff. And I took it a little bit more seriously and then started kind of flipping like every day from there, really. I mean, like I'm constantly flipping, I feel like. If I'm chilling, I'm usually got my knife in my hand. But yeah, it kind of got me into the hobby. Showed me some Flip Zone. I saw some Nard videos. The person that I learned off of the most was Calvin Nation. That was really popular back when I started. He helped me a lot, honestly. I kind of feel like I kind of owe it to him for some of my style of flipping. But I take a lot of inspiration from Flip Zone, because he was actually my favorite flipper for the longest time, and kind of got me into it even more, and kind of made me want a video and purchase some more Balisongs and just, you know, get back into the hobby. You know, like every video usually I kind of watched by him was like inspiring, and I don't know, they just left me in awe. Like he always did so good with his freestyle videos, and I wanted to kind of get that trailblazer style that he has, where he's like super fast. His fingers just be eating it up. But yeah, Flip Zone, Narda, Calvin Nation, Bite Handle. I'm trying to think of who taught me the Helix. And I feel it's that one video that's like it has "Hello Darkness, My Old Friend" in it or something. Or no, I can't remember what it is, but he does the slow-mo of it. And that's actually how I kind of learned the Helix. That was kind of cool. That was the best video I could see, like, for it at that time. Because, you know, people back then with tricks, there wasn't really, people had to create more tricks.
Right. So as you moved along there, you probably flipped a lot of different knives, but you had your own collection. What was the point that you got like a real flipping knife that you feel was like, okay, this is different level, and what knife was it?
I would definitely say my Alpha Beast that I won this in a competition, first season Bally flipping comp, I think. I was supposed to actually get 2 squiddies, but John, I guess, kind of caught word that I didn't have any Balisongs after the comp because, like, I completely wrecked mine. Like, I used the last bit of life in them that was left to win that comp. And I took pictures of it and stuff and posted. I was like, damn, I can't believe I even won with this shit. Like, you should have saw it. Like, I'll send you the pictures in the DMs later, but the knives that I won with are, like, insane. Like, I won with literally no bushings or anything in that rep, and it had like nuts and bolts on it and shit. It was crazy. And then I was flipping this too, which is basically like, I think a 43 clone or whatever, but I got it on, my buddy got it on Amazon, and he kind of got out of flipping and just gave it to me. But yeah, it was honestly insane. But then I got the Alpha Beast, and when John sent it to me, I was gonna post my reaction video. Honestly, bro, I won't subscribe because I never thought in a million years I was actually going to get a good Balisong. I thought it would be like a couple years or so before I actually had the money to get it. And it really, like, I really appreciate what he did. He sent me this. He sent me some.
How long ago was that?
It was probably about 2 years now, I'd say.
Okay. And is there a Balisong that you're right now that you're like, oh, damn, I want that you're craving?
Oh, yeah.
You can name a few if you want.
Okay. I'd like a Planarian by Benson, but I know he's out right now. I'd love one of those. Like, I flipped it at Blade East in Atlanta, and dude, I just couldn't put it down. Like, it just felt so good. Like, I really want one of those. And then everybody keeps teasing me with the Medusas lately. I've been wanting one of those a lot. For a minute there, I kind of wanted one of the Hybel Menaces, the Joker one with the floral print on the blade.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was really sick. But then I was like, I don't know. I saw how popular the Seraph was, so I went ahead and went with the mainstream right now. I don't regret it.
Yeah, the Seraph's great.
Yeah, it's really.
Are there other homies around you where you live? Other people flipping?
Oh, yeah. Only one, though. It's a really lonely hobby in this state. Like, I didn't even know he existed, honestly, until, like, maybe 3 or 4 months ago. He hit me up in the DMs and was like, yo, you live in West Virginia? And I was like, yeah. And I had a look on his Instagram, and I saw that he was actually a pretty good damn flipper. So I went ahead and hit him up, and then we scheduled a meetup. His name's Skelly Bones. Is his acting.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he lives like, I think 30 minutes away from me, which is awesome. And he's always a collection, so I always got something new to flip. We actually got a meetup planned, I think, this Sunday or whatever, so you can flip.
I didn't know that you guys live that close together. He's sponsored by Shop Soet. I gave him a BB Barfly, and he's made a couple videos. Maybe you saw that.
Look, I love that thing. It was cool.
Yeah. Super cool. That's good to know that you guys are hanging out. That puts my mind at ease.
Yeah, that's I feel like it's like seriously into flipping. Because, like, I mean, I've tried to get quite a few amount of people, like, into flipping, you know? Like, even my fiance, like, she can flip, which is kind of... But she only knows one combo. I think she does, like, she'll do, like, the twirl, and then, I don't know. I might honestly get her in here. She might have to do it for you guys, honestly.
All right. Sure. Tell us about your early posts that you made and kind of like because you have a fair amount of content. Any notable moments to you? I mean, obviously there was the one where you flipped a blade show and flipped the serpent.
Yes. I'm trying to think, honestly. I feel like my power aerial video I was really proud of. And then honestly, how I competed in the comp was really good. I haven't posted my videos or whatever of me competing. I should honestly do that. I think I did really well. I didn't mess up one time. I thought my combo was really smooth. James just
How many times have you competed?
Let's see. Probably maybe 5 or 6 times, maybe.
Oh,
Because
wow. Okay.
I think 2 in a row, and then I did Blade Show. I did that comp, and then I did the BRS's MOB comp, but I got disqualified, which sucked. And
how did you get disqualified?
And then Bally Flipping comp is the one that I got first place in. I got disqualified because I had made my stuff, and I thought I posted it, but I made a story post, dude. It was literally just a story post of the clip or whatever. And basically I didn't turn my video in on time, which sucked. I was really sad, but my videos were getting a lot of views for my MOB clips. Like, I knew I probably, if I wouldn't have got disqualified, I feel like I would have definitely kind of kept going on with it.
And tell us about your sponsorship. How'd you meet up with Grant and stuff?
Grant, I actually hit him up back before he even, actually, no, it was like right after he started he just had a model of the Pit Viper. And I hit him up and was like, hey, I really like your design. On really well, and we kind of became friends, and I told him, hey, I'm going to repost like everything you kind of post. I really like your product or whatever. I didn't necessarily, I don't think, ask him for a sponsorship. It just we kind of became friends, and then he was like, you want me to sponsor you? And I was like, no way. You know, because like I've been in the hobby for 10 years, and I haven't gotten sponsored yet. And it just meant like a miraculous amount to me that Grant did that. Like, the man's honestly, he probably given me like $1,200 really in fees to get to Blade Show, and given me 2 knives for free, and I might be getting my Medusa for free. It's really nice, and he kind of understands kind of what's going on in my life right now, and I understand what's kind of going on in his life right now to a certain degree, because we only know how much he basically told us. But yeah, nice dude, and I'm more than happy to be sponsored by him. I think he's an amazing sponsor, and not only that,
he's a really great guy. He really is. Got to have dinner with him at Blade Show West and hang out, and that's kind of where we just inadvertently got to meet each other and get to know each other. Well,
yeah.
not so we're at a Balisong tables, but you know, hanging around with people. So, but then we were kind of met outside after the convention just by hanging out and flipping knives. And where are you progressing? Where do you see yourself? Where do you feel like you want to be with Balisongs?
I want to honestly pushing the limits as much as I kind of can. I'm not a lefty, by the way. I'm a right. Just the way the video flipped. But
right.
Shit, what was the question again? I'm sorry.
Oh, I don't know. It's kind of a vague, broad question, but you know, what's next for you? Do you want to keep flipping? I mean, you're going to keep going into the future? You want to learn more, compete more, or are you like, you know, not flipping as much?
I kind of feel I need some more inspiration. I feel like I flip still a lot. Like, it's like one of the things I do most of the day. I really would like to get better at some more tech stuff and kind of like alleviate my style or elevate it. And I definitely want to do more competitions. But however, I feel like every comp that I've been in has one thing that's kind of unfair about it. Like, first, like with the live blade comps, they don't check your blade to make sure they're sharp. That's one thing. And kind of anybody could be flipping like something dull, but everybody kind of trusts everyone. And I understand that, like, competitions are meant to be fun, but, you know, I also believe that it's a competition and it's meant to be also kind of taken serious. Like, that's just, like, a part of it for me. I love competing, but I feel like that's one of the main reasons, honestly, I go to Blade Show, apart from seeing some of my online friends. You know, that's like half the battle I'm going there is to go compete. And then when I go compete, I just feel like there's either one biased judge or there's like a couple things that I would probably change. And I'm not even being salty about losing or anything. I just want it to be fair for everybody.
Right. What are your favorite tricks to do?
Oh, definitely I love doing this choker in the palm fan lately. And then into a red ladder. So it's like a sideways palm fan into a red ladder. Shit.
Oh, yeah. I see it.
But lots of fans lately with this serif. Like, that's like almost all I want to do with it is I want to fan it. Great.
And is there a trick you're wanting to learn that you haven't got yet, that you have your eye on, that you keep messing with?
I'd like to learn the Rev Giraffe a little bit better, and then the Rev Chatter. Plus, I want to do some more like stuff that nobody's did. I want to be a little bit more innovative, I feel like, with my flipping.
So yeah, are you thinking of new tricks at different times, or you're like, how can I up the game? And
I'm not gonna lie, I'm genuinely, like, truly a freestyle flipper at heart. I don't do a lot of planned combos, but every once in a while you'll see me do something kind of new that I kind of think of, like, on the spot. But yeah, I usually don't plan my combo and kind of do it. I just do it. I kind of do what my brain tells me to do, really.
I mean, but okay, what's up with the aerials? That's on my list of questions here. Like, we got to talk about the aerials. It's going to come up. I mean, how much of it is it you throw it up there and you hope for the best, right? But we all know there is an amount of force that you get used to throwing something. Anytime you're doing a double or, you know, or just a regular one, you've learned that amount. And so if you're throwing something really high, you've kind of learned a progression of being able to go higher and higher with it and with more force.
And not
because it can fuck you up really good. I mean,
yeah, like I said, I've just been flipping the Kraken lately more. I didn't have my serif at the time, or honestly, I would have just YOLO'd it with the serif. But if I would have got cut like I did with the Kraken, it would have probably fucked me up worse because it's a light knife. Yeah, it's honestly, like, I don't know. I feel like it's something that's kind of underrated. Like, people can't really grasp how insane it is to throw it like that, because you can't really tell where you're going to catch it. You know, it's literally like there's no way. It's inconsistent. You can get it consistent to a certain point, but it's not going to always be consistent.
No,
like,
yeah,
yeah,
variables.
Like, when I throw it, the best way to do it for me to make it a little bit so you can see the handles and they're not going all crazy, you know, is like I let it hit off of my pointer finger and take that momentum in the air. So I'll always smack it on my pointer finger and then let go of it.
Right, because, yeah, the moment it gets off.
But the whole power aerial started was after Blade Atlanta last year, or maybe it was the year before that. I can't remember. It started because I think I got like 5th or 6th place in the comp, and I was kind of sad because I did a good combo, and I honestly expected one judge to vote for me, but they really all voted for James, and I was like, that's all right, it's fair. I mean, it's James Hill. What did I expect? Like, it's James. But after the comp was over, I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to do something crazy. I was like, I got to make myself feel better about this. I was like, Nathan, which is my buddy, TOGYK on Instagram. He's the one I went to Blade with. But I was like, you know what, Nate? I was like, let's go upstairs near the pit or whatever where the stage is. And I was like, I want to throw a crazy aerial. I was like, I just want to genuinely throw it as high as I can in the air and catch it. And he was like, all right, bet. And it was genuinely pure luck. I can't even believe it, but
Yeah, you picked it up and you're just like, oh, like you've done it a million times.
yeah,
You're like, what?
it was insane because I wish I had the other videos because I landed it first try whenever I did it. I landed it like 3 times in a row, just throwing it literally as high as I can, and it was brand new just from Grant. Like I had just got that pit viper, and it was great. Plus, yeah, it's sharp, but you know how the viper like blade is. It kind of wants to drag you too. Like really fucks you up if it cuts you. But yeah, from where this is kind of a light knife and it's a little bit blade biased, just a tad bit, it was kind of hard to get the rotation smooth in the air without the handles going crazy sideways, you know? But that's basically how the aerial started. I kind of was like, damn, I kind of did probably shitty in the comp, so I'm going to do something cooler. I don't know. And then I told myself after I finished it, I was like, okay, I got to come back like next year or something and do something. I got to at least double it. So one weekend I went over to my fiance's parents and I mowed their grass for them. And after I mowed, I was like, I got my fiance and I was like, hey, Clarissa, I was like, will you come film this for me real quick? Because I can't get the aerial like in full view. I was like, get the house in there for, you know, perspective so you can see how high it is. And she was like, all right, yeah, I'll do that. And it took about like 10, maybe 20 minutes, I feel like. Maybe it was like 10 or 15 minutes to get that aerial that I last posted, the 21. Lots of throw up in the air and then not catching it, you know? It's just weird. You got to go right when your brain tells you. And, like, if I have any doubt about it, I won't do it. You know, I'll bail.
Right.
But it was a really fun process. I'll have to put some more bloopers out next time I do something crazy like that because next year or sometime maybe this year, I plan on trying to get 30, but I'm going to have to use something that's kind of heavy for it to get
And
that.
did you slow it down to count the rotations?
Yes, I did. However, I will say this. I tried slowing it down on VN and iMovie. And then at first I started trying to slow it down by basically skimming it, like, you know, on my photo library to try to count it.
Yeah, that's hard
But
to get.
I threw it so fast and high that it was kind of hard. Like it didn't pick up every single frame, I feel like. So realistically, I think it was a 19.5 rotation power aerial, not a 20.
Yeah, maybe you need to get like a really high def slow motion camera person to film you for some time.
Oh, I'm actually a Sony A6 300 or something soon. I'm gonna try to buy. I was gonna go, but I'm not sure honestly what I would want. You know, good first person vids or good third person vids.
Any cutting tips, like how to not get cut or how to heal your cuts for people? Like, I just got cut pretty darn bad. One of my worst cuts, I would say, so far. I have had a few, but this one was like, yikes. Some people use certain Band-Aids, some people glue their shit, other people, you know.
For a gnarly cut,
what do you do?
For a gnarly cut, if it was like serious but not so serious, I'd probably use super glue. I've never went to the hospital and got stitches. I definitely have at least 4 times, like, by now. But all I did was bandage them up or super glue them, the serious ones anyways. And I'm honestly a horrible person to give tips to about bandages and stuff because I have a really bad habit of, like, leaving a bandage on and, like, I'll go make my son a bottle and it'll get wet and then I don't realize it. And then it just makes my finger all soggy and stuff. And then, like, I'll leave it on for, like, 2 days. And you're not supposed to do that. And
it's all stinky and, like, yeah. wrinkled underneath.
It's awful. But my tips would be keep your wound clean if you want it to heal fast. And honestly, limit your flipping. As I know as hard as that is to do. Because, like, I'm the same way. I'll cut myself and I'm like, okay, I'll just throw a Band-Aid on it. Or, like, if it's not too serious or putting a lot of blood out, I'll just keep flipping. But it's going to fuck it up even more. It's not going to heal as quick as you want it to, and it's going to get infected and stuff. So, like, just take care of it. Try to flipping.
Have Do you have a worst cut story?
My worst cut that I ever had was when I got my AB from John Vedek. I think it was maybe a week or two after I'd had it. It had cut me, you know, and I knew it was really sharp and it was heavy because it was just a whole new level of sharper than like the D2 steel that I was using in the rep clone. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's sharp or whatever, but I felt like this was gonna fuck me up one day. And basically, I just got done taking one of my ceiling fan videos, my old ones where I used to put my phone up on the ceiling fan and you could see the bed and I'd flip. And I just got done and I went to go close it. Let me see what finger it is. It's this one right here. You can't really see, but it literally, like, there's a line in it and it looks awful. Hold on. It literally looks like nothing. Really, it doesn't. But I closed it weird, and what I did I basically took the AB and literally squished it as hard as possible because I thought my finger was out of the way. And I literally just pressed it in and it went like past my fingernail and everything. And it was like one of the worst feeling like ever. I definitely like cut a nerve because like there's like no feeling there at all anymore. It hurt really bad. That was probably my worst one. And then again with another AB, my fiance's AB. This one messed me up not too long ago. You can't really tell there, but there's a scar on my thumb that cut me like right in the middle. That one was pretty bad. I had a bunch of finger cuts, and I actually worked at Subway at the time. And I was like, yo, dude, I can't come in today. I was like, there's no way I'm going to be making subs, dude. I was like, bleeding in the glove, like it's just not going to work out. And he was like, all right, whatever. But yeah, that was probably another really bad cut. And then I have 2 scars on my wrist. This one's from when I just rep clone. I did a rollover, and the bite handle, I just literally watched it like slice into my like that, and it was like 1 inch away from my like vein. That one was scary whenever I first got it. And then it kind of happened on the opposite side right there. Yeah, for, you know, flipping 10 years, I don't really have as many injuries as probably, like, serious injuries as people would think. It's mostly, like, if we were to meet in person and I had you look at my hands, then you would be like, okay. You would know. There's, like, tons of white lines where there's just scar tissue, like, all over my hands.
Are you going to be at Blade Show?
Yes, East? I'm going to genuinely try and make it. Like, I really want to compete again this year and see everybody. And maybe pick up a couple new knives.
What about Blade Show West? Are you trying to make that too? What's up, Dirty D?
Yeah, Chase is emo. Listen, guys. No, I'm not. But, yeah, I mean, Blade East seems a little bit more easier to get to on my side than West. And it's probably going to be more expensive if I try to go to West. It's already, I think, $300 for my plane ticket to Blade Atlanta, and then I gotta pay it's probably like almost a $600-700 total if I'm staying the whole 3 days, you know, minus like gas or like an Uber.
Right.
It's super expensive for me to go.
So here's a random little question. I keep, you know, sometimes I talk about the normal stuff and I keep trying to think of new questions to ask people. So can you tell us a little bit about, although we talked about this, I kind of want to bring it back to that. Tell us a little bit about where you live, maybe some interesting fact about your city or why the city exists and the surroundings. Because, you know, we do these live things and people are all over the place and you're living your life over there. Is there something interesting or beautiful that you want to say about your city, or ugly? Yeah. It could be something ugly and horrible, whatever.
Mountains, man, that's all I'm going to say. The mountains, man. They're beautiful here. That's probably like one of the things West Virginia in the summer. The mountains look beautiful, like right in the peak of summer, and then, you know, the snowfall with all the trees in the mountains is just absolutely stunning. There is a lot of bad stuff in this state. Like, I think we're rated worse. We're like the worst state for the opioid epidemic. So it's like really bad over here. But like, there's a lot of that kind of keep me here. Like, it's a simple life is the way I kind of could put it. Like, I was raised a country boy, genuinely, but I also kind of strayed from it. Like, I love doing country boy stuff. Like, I love going fishing and riding four-wheelers, and I love doing all the stereotypical stuff. But I think the thing that keeps me here is not only have I lived here my whole life, but it's just there's something simple about it. Everything else, like going out of state, seems seems more complicated. Not like all the building structure, like the road laws, just everything. Like, I feel like this is just a really, really simple kind of chill state in a way, but it has a lot of cons with it too. That being like lots of drugs, which sucks. And I think it's like #1 rated state for children living with their grandparents. So that's
maybe the John Denver song where he says West Virginia, Mountain Mama. Maybe he's talking about mountains of drugs. No, I don't know. I think he was talking about the country boy.
But yeah, I think that's honestly what kind of keeps me here. It's just the simplicity. I'm kind of a simple dude. I mean, complicated at times, but you know, we can't understand everybody fully how we want to kind of put out there. So I try to be as down to earth as possible and pretty accepting and always optimistic. I try to be.
That's good, man. Yeah. Tell us about your knife collection.
Alrighty.
What do you got right now? You said a few of them.
I got my fiance's premium Alpha Beast. That's purple with a paracord latch on it. I bought this off a collector on Facebook. It's minty. Flips completely different than my EB. I haven't been able to get the pocket latch off though, which kind of sucks. Or I mean the pocket clip, because he Loctited it. And then I got my Seraph. That's my newest one. She's a beauty. Hold on a second, actually. Let me give you guys some better views. So I got my Seraph. There might be a little bit of blood on this. I'm sorry. Kind of not. Yeah, this is really nice. This is my Seraph. I really like it. I got, before the Seraph, I got this for my birthday. It's a Mithril Kraken Bowie. It's really nice too. I like it. Before this, I got this, my Pit Viper. I love this thing. It's beautiful. It just has some weird aesthetic vibe to it that is like visually pleasing. Love that. And then before that, I got this rep, and I purchased this at a Blade Show last year. It needs a tune in it, and I don't know if you can see, but I broke one of these. I tightened it too much, and it snapped. You know, typical knife center screws. Nothing too big of a deal because I have more screws. And then I got, let's see, let's open the box here. This is also a custom like belly box my fiance made for me, like for my birthday.
Nice.
She handed it all. But let's see, we got the freaking death balisong. This actually has a really cool story other than me flipping it in the comp. It's not really a cool story, it's more of a serious one, but I'll go ahead and say it in a minute. And then I got my limited edition Halloween Triton. I don't really flip this that much, but it is nice. I do like it. The only thing I'd have to complain about is the press fit pins. They always slide out. This, do not laugh. This is about the only thing that I have really that would be like kind of like my first flipper. So basically, it's the knife that I described to you not too long ago, the Dragon Trainer, that's not offensive, but my dad got an idea and he just kind of went ham and did the most horrible regrind I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
It's hilarious, though. I mean, it sounds horrible. But, yeah, I think that's about... I had my peony. It's kind of chopstick right now. I messaged him and told him what had happened or whatever. I told him I don't expect him to send me another blade, but
Oh my God.
I kept getting the Tonto version, and it kept breaking by the choil. And Ellie actually came over Skelly Bones, and he was flipping it, and then he dropped it, and then the blade just literally just broke apart, just flew off.
All right.
I guess my house was just really, really cold. But yeah, that's my collection right now. And the story with this knife is my buddy Jacob gave it to me, and I had this around the same time as I had my rep clone. And I went up to one of my buddy's houses at like 3 o'clock in the morning to go chill or whatever, aka smoke and drink. My buddy Chris, he used to be a pro skater, and he lived in Burbank, California, but moved from Burbank to West Virginia because he had some family stuff going on, and he wanted to go take care of his mom and stuff. But I went up to his house, and I would chill all the time, and I kind of got him into flipping and stuff. Like, he was like probably one of my closest flipping friends. And I went up there at 3 o'clock in the morning, and we were drinking and smoking. Everything was fine. And all of a sudden, he asked to flip this out of my pocket, and I'm like, oh damn. I was hoping he wouldn't do it, because like he gets really fucked up sometimes, and he's never injured himself really bad before, but he has cut the hell out of himself. And I gave it to him, being like a horrible friend, instead of the like really dull rep clone that I'd had for a long time. And we kind of just started flipping and having like a flip off. We were just vibing. Everything was cool. He had the radio on. And he went to go do this one trick. I can't remember exactly what he did, but he was going crazy with it. And then he dropped it, but he went to go catch it. And basically what he did is he did this and then just poked his arm with it right here. And dude, I swear he hit an artery, dude, and literally almost bled to death because of it.
Oh my God.
Crazy. Yeah, it was crazy. I was like, I think probably, 18 or 19 at the time. We didn't have any tourniquets or anything. Like, as soon as it happened, like, he was spurting everywhere. And he lived right beside of his mom in a Leonard building. I know that sounds really weird, but his Leonard building was really cool, and it was like a good chill out spot. But after that happened or whatever, like it was like really emotional, because he really almost died, and I basically saved his life. But I still have the ballet that did it. He actually passed away a couple years ago. It was like, I think a month after he almost died with this. I think he passed away of I think it was a heart attack.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry, man.
Oh, that's fine, Paul.
Yeah.
I know he's chilling right now. He always used to try to push me and stuff in my community, and told me, like, dude, post it. It doesn't matter if it's crap or not. Like, I think you're really good. And he just gave me a lot of good wisdom. I felt like he was a really good friend. And, you know, like, I think he was about 50 years old. And I know that might sound weird, like, oh my God, an 18-year-old friends with a 51-year-old. But, like, we got along so well that honestly,
young friends.
Yeah, I know. Like, me and you, we would get along really well.
Yeah.
But like, there's very few people like in the world, I feel like, that can do that, and that's awesome, because that makes you a special person, Paul.
Yeah,
but
man, I'm just a kid at heart, so I just have fun myself. I mean, really, that's what it is. If you have a common interest with somebody, it doesn't matter how old you are. It really doesn't. Or gay, straight, male, female, black, white, none of that matters. You know, it's just enjoying your time, doing something you enjoy. Well, okay, where do you see the community headed? Do you think it's growing? You know, I get this sense that it's really growing, but will it ever get like as big as skateboarding is, or is it just like, you know, will it end up in the Olympics? Do you think it'll ever be accepted, or you think it'll always be the sharp blade that they won't really, you know, like accept?
I think it's honestly going good. I think it's going in a good direction because we have a lot of new style flippers out now, and they're constantly pushing the limits and creating new stuff. And also, you know, PewDiePie, he's kind of touching up on Balisongs, and that's giving it more popularity. So, do I feel like it is as big as skateboarding in a competitive way? No, but community-wise, yes, I do believe that.
Has a lot of the same kind of, if there are values in skateboarding, I mean, it's kind of, I don't know, it's a weird word to use. Like, do you have any good values, skateboarder? But Mr. Skateboarder, what are your values? But it holds the same values as skating in a way where it's like you're appreciating the freedom, I think. You know, I think skating is a lot of like testing yourself.
Yes.
Freedom to do something extreme.
It feels amazing. There's like, I can't really like, I was into skateboarding for a while, and like the feeling that you get from like cruising on a longboard or something, just the wind, it just feels so nice. Like the best way I could put it is it kind of makes you feel free in a way. Kind of makes you feel like.
Yeah, so that kind of ties into my next question, or thought, I should say. You know, because I was going to ask some tips you have for flipping, whether it's maintenance, but also headspace. You know, we get ourselves, you know, for me, flipping is a lot of a headspace. You know, I have some of my best fun not on camera, just flipping in my backyard. And then it seems like anytime I'm trying to really like film something, sometimes I get something good, but for the most part, it's like just being out there in my own headspace is really nice.
Yeah, that's one thing. It's like, it's almost like a meditation for me because I'm also ADHD, so it kind of helps me. Like, I realize like whatever emotion I'm kind of feeling, like I'll always pick up this knife to maybe lower depending on it or heighten how I feel. It always takes my mind off a lot of stuff. It's very relaxing. And like you said, you know, it just gets you in that headspace. And I just really, I don't know. It's like something that, like, it sucks because, like, I feel like this is the best thing I am in life, honestly. You know? Like, this is as good as I'm going to get at something. But
no, that's not a bad thing. I mean, people are really into skateboarding or really into it's a hobby. You're good at your hobby, you know, but it also it's almost sounds not as important when you say hobby, because it's more than a hobby. And that's when you get into like people who are spending a lot of time. I think it's a hobby, but it's a part of life, you know. It's not just a hobby.
exactly, like, what's the one video or whatever, the dude who said flipping is a lifestyle or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm not, it kind of does sound cringy when you say it, but like, I don't want to be that dude, but it is like that, you know? Like,
it is. And that's all right. That's all right. You look at other people who do other things, they spend time in that community focused on that thing, whether they're selling wine or they're in a band or they work at J.C. Penney's or whatever, you know. It's like,
that's 100%.
You know, some people center their whole life around their job, you know. That can be great if it's a job they love, but some people center a job they don't even love. They center their whole life around it, you know. Yeah. And it's like, what's more crazy, flipping a knife?
Sometimes, well, actually, when I did that power aerial video, my fiance's family isn't really familiar with my my hobby. But, like, keep them in the loop and always tell them what's kind of going on about it. And like, they're always like, is he all right out there or whatever? Like, cause they'll be watching me out the window to my like crazy ass power aerial. And then like, they'll come as soon as I come in the house, they're like, are you all right? Did you get cut? What's the damage? And, well, my fiance's stepdad, he's kind of like more serious about it. And then he asked Clarissa, he was like, does he have like a trainer or something? Does he just like want to flip like that? And then she was like, yeah, he just prefers to flip the live blade and just, I mean, yeah, I have a trainer is what she said, is what she told him. But I like flipping the live blades, man. They just,
The best is when you try and explain it to somebody who has, you're not doing it, and so you're saying, oh, it's a knife, it's a flipping knife, and there's competitions, like this guy today said that, he's like, competitions, what do you have, like knife fights? I'm like, no, we don't have knife fights. And I was like, no, it's like flipping competition, like skateboarding, you're doing tricks. He's like, and he just couldn't get it. He was like, so it's a knife, but you're not fighting each other? I said, no. But any
that's
tips?
hilarious.
Like, do you care about different oils, maintenance stuff, or are you into like any tips or tricks or anything?
Oils that I use, I got Skellybones gave me some Kanto, and I like it. It's pretty similar to KPL, but I still lean towards KPL a little bit. I don't know why. I like the KPL a little bit better. It's all personal preference, of course. That KPL is better than, Kanto or whatever.
I get this feeling that you kind of are the type that like flips until it completely falls apart.
And like, I can't remember who was saying it. I think it was Jack. He got his blurple serif or whatever. He was like, I was going to do a sound check and didn't even realize my serif had a screw loose. And I was like, damn, I related to that. Because like sometimes I'll be flipping and you don't even realize that the screw's loose or whatever. It's like the slightest little change that you can't really pick up on because of how solid it is.
Yeah, I was flipping my Alpha Beast, and all of a sudden the tang pin is gone. And I luckily found it. Like, I've never been flipping a knife and then have the tang pin just leave.
That's crazy. Yeah, I've never had that happen to me either. I've heard a lot of people complain about their pins falling out, but I'm like, it seems non-existent to me. But since you say it,
I would never believe it either, but it happened to me one time about a couple months ago. What about music? What kind of music? You seem like a person who appreciates music, food, and drinking. You have some favorite music, favorite food, favorite drinks?
I feel like my favorite drink is probably Mountain Dew Voltage. It's between Mountain Dew Voltage, Coca-Cola, and Sprite.
There you go.
Coca-Cola and Sprite are OGs, so I like the OGs. Music.
What do you think of Code Red? Are you a Code Red man?
Oh yeah, Code Red's really good. Yeah, I think that's my favorite Mountain Dew.
All right.
And then I think Live. I like the Gamer Fuels a lot, but they never sell them anymore, really. Music. I feel like everyone could probably look at me and guess probably what kind of music I like. I like a lot of rap, but a lot of like underground rap. Suicide Boys, they're not really that underground anymore, but they're not really kind of that mainstream either. I like Suicide Boys, I like Puya, I like the whole G59 crew. I like Buffet Boys, Matthias Tyner. Let me see what else. I like 50 Cent too. 50 Cent's pretty nice sometimes. I'm trying to think.
Why do you think you got into knives in the beginning? Do you feel like there's something that takes a certain type of person to get into what it is you do?
I feel like anybody could kind of come out, even if they don't really like knives, and be a flipper. But I think you're more prone to probably getting into flipping if you like knives already.
Right.
Good. But a lot of, like I said, like a lot of outside people I've got to flip, and like I've got them to at least learn one combo. I my friends kind of like on it and kind of bouncing back off of it, you know, because they're like, I feel like when they see me flip, you know, from where I'm like an experienced flipper, they're like, oh my gosh, it took him 10 years to get that good or whatever. But like, it's different now, you know, there's a lot more tutorials out. There's a lot more content to watch. There's more inspiration now. Like, people are learning faster. I mean, like Skelly Bones, I think he's been flipping for a year, and like, he takes some inspiration from me, and like, it's crazy actually. Like, he'll be better than me actually, probably next year or something. Like, it's crazy seeing these people.
Right. Yeah, it is. It's super cool, man. It's really impressive to see the things they're doing. When people can get past and you can really dig into it for a moment, if it hits you, the balisong bug or whatever you want to say, and you get into it and you really understand what's going on, it's really impressive. It really is.
I know.
It's not just somebody trying to fuck around with a knife and cut themselves. It's so much more than just that.
And it takes you to really do it to understand it, you know, like everybody I've ever, I feel like, talked to about it have been like, well, that's pretty cool actually. But none of them have been, you know, how do you really do that? And then I would tell them how I would do it or whatever, but then they'd be like, as soon as I told them how long it was for, they just got kind of like, oh, I don't have time to get that good. It's just like, I try to understand 24/7 that like, it's not like how it used to be. That's why it's constantly hard for me to put out a video now, because like my first Seraph video that I kind of posted out, I didn't really like that much. Actually, I kind of thought it was trash. But now sometimes I'll be posting good stuff that I really like. I don't think everything that I've posted I necessarily completely liked, but I did like at least a little bit, enough to post it.
No, you make great content, man. Your stuff's great. Seriously, your look, your style, you know, that's the thing I enjoy. You know, you get excited. You know, before I got to know you just inadvertently through social media, you know, I'd seen a few of your videos and was like, oh, fuck, now here we are having an interview. So it's cool, man. It's you making content and reaching out and being a part of things is cool. And you do reach people. So, you know, I enjoy it, and I know there's others who do for sure.
Like, and I want everybody to know too that like has had a conversation with me or people that I'm kind of close to in the community. Like, I genuinely do care about you, man, even though I haven't met you. You know, that's like something I'll say. Like, I've met some really cool people in this hobby that like not even in person, and like I feel like they're my best friends. So like, it's crazy how many like connections you can make just through the hobby itself.
Yeah, it's a family. It's definitely a family of sorts. Tell us about your name, Knownlyrics. Tell us the story there.
It's honestly such a stupid story. What had happened was is I went over to my buddy Nathan's house, probably when I was like 12, maybe like 13. And I finally made an Xbox Live account. And it gave me I chose the random one or whatever just to see what it would give me. And Knownlyrics. So it's in some odd numbers. And I was like, I kind of like that. So I kind of made that almost everything. Like, every email I think I've ever made has been Knownlyrics, or like just Gmail or anything has been Knownlyrics. I've kind of thought about changing my name, but I'm so known, like, not really, but I'm known as Knownlyrics, and I feel like if I change my name, like, I feel like everyone will probably forget about it.
I think you should keep it, man. That's a good one.
Okay.
Any other makers or flippers you want to shout out at this time?
Shout out James Hill. Shout out Flip Zone. Shout out Skelly Bones. Shout out Valley Hub. Shout out Boneless Flips. Shout out Fellowship. Shout out Elijah Duane. Shout out the whole Fellowship Plates crew, honestly. Another thing I honestly wanted to talk about, or no, another thing that you brought up or whatever was my favorite food. My favorite food right now, probably like snack-wise, is probably baklava. I don't know if you've ever had that before.
Oh, yeah. I saw your post.
Yeah, dude, it's
I'm
so good.
allergic to nuts, so I can't eat it, but I've had
Oh,
it in the past.
jeez, dude, that sucks for you, man.
Well,
Because
I'm technically allergic to pistachio because I used to eat it, and I was fine. But then later on in life, I became allergic to almonds, and I was having really bad reactions. So I stopped eating all nuts and some seeds.
okay.
Yeah.
I'm trying to the question you asked me.
Food. Any other thoughts about anything you want to get into before we do some Q&A?
No, let's do some Q&A, honestly. I'm down.
Yeah, maybe more stuff will come up here. So anybody who wants to ask a question, we are here. So hit us up.
Yes, let them go. Thanks for the opportunity, Paul. I appreciate it, man.
Of course, man. It's great to have you here and spend this hour or so with you. I like the artwork that you get. Like you got that skull thing, and then there's that drawing. Are those things that you did?
That was actually for my buddy Chris, who passed away. We did art together, and we did a lot of cool collabs together. The skull one that I have, before he passed away, he claimed that I helped him on it. I mean, if I did, I must have fucked up, which, I mean, it could have happened. But that one, I think that Chris did, and that was like one of my favorite pieces that he did. I kind of plan on getting that tattooed on me, actually, at some point.
And you have a kid, right?
Yes.
Two? One kid? 2 kids? 3 kids?
Oh my god. No. Just one. Just the one.
All right. Nice.
Luckily, he actually really is a good baby. He usually never fusses or anything. Like, he's probably the calmest baby I've ever met.
Nice. Do you ever flip like trainers anymore these days?
Yeah, sometimes I'll get out the squiddy because I'll let my son flip it sometimes. I mean, he can't really flip it, you know, but I give it to him or whatever. He likes it a lot. He always gets interested in it. I mean, I'm a mainly live blade daily driver dude, but sometimes I like flipping the trainers. I think the best trainer I have right now is my trainer.
Any quick tips on aerial to choker fan?
Aerial to choker fan? Okay, hold on. I'm going to have to get up for this. Okay. Whenever you're doing your throw out, throw it horizontally and then catch it like this. And basically you just use your thumb and your middle finger. You use your thumb and your middle finger to do it. So it should look like this. Hold on. Dropped it. Should look like this. You know, minus all of the nonsense.
So do you throw it like this?
I throw it
like blade.
I throw it from the side like this. The handles and everything kind of face
so
down.
I see. So that's how you can grab it like
and
that.
Then,
yeah, I see what you're saying.
Whenever I throw it like this, I catch the other handle near the end of it, like this, and then go into a choker. There's so many other tricks too. Like, there's a couple tricks that I don't know if I really can kind of take credit for, but I kind of came up with the. I wasn't the first person to think it, but I'm the first person to do it. I sent a Yummy Oyster Boy Andre a tutorial.
What was your question? Skeleton bones. The O&A, the Q&A thing. What? You see what Skeleton Bones said?
I asked a question in the Q&A thing.
I don't know what that means exactly, but what's up? Yeah, Flips, how you doing?
Yes, we can go 4-wheeling on Sunday. Bet. Skelly Bones. Any tips on triple fan combo? What do you mean, like this? Actually, yeah, I probably think that is what you're doing because they're all fans. Okay, so if you don't know your reverse palm fan, just hold the Bally like this, drop the handle, and then just swing your wrist. Get used to doing that. It literally should look like that. So it should look like whenever you do your fan. So do your little fan. I don't do an actual choker there. I do a thumb choker in the beginning. Like that. And then when I get here, I do that wrist thing, let go of it, let it ladder through my fingers like that. And then I stop here, and then I can go into a ladder. So it should look like this. Yes. Exactly.
Hold on
like
a
that.
damn second. Do that again.
All right. So you're gonna hold the Bally. You're gonna hold the Bally like just like this. You're going to do a fan out.
Right.
And then when you get to this point, you're going to do your little thumb choker. And then you're gonna go. This is the grip that you should be. It looks really weird, but this is how my grip is. And then I move my pointer finger out of the way while also doing that. So it's like throw out fan, thumb.
And are you doing your fan this way
Palm
and back?
No, hold on. So I'm fanning this way, and then I'm fanning the opposite way on that choker fan. Yeah, like you said. And then as soon as I end that choker fan, I go into a rev fan, a rev palm fan.
Okay.
So it should look like this slow.
Ah, I see. What's the last little move?
Okay, hold on. 1, 2, and then the last move is a rev palm fan, but I do it a lot differently. A lot of people.
And then the rev palm fan to what?
And then I go into a rev ladder, but that's probably going to be harder for you to do. So it's
yeah, no, I can't do that, but I just wanted to. Okay,
yeah.
Cool.
Let me try to find an easier ender because I haven't tried to find an easier ender. I guess that would kind of count, Paul. If you did this, and then you came back up like this, and then did a reverse handle switch wrist pass.
Some sort of a thumb rollover kind of thing. Like thumb rollover, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Cool.
That's something that I've been trying to kind of do is put tutorials out, but I feel like so many people do it better than me. And I'm one of those guys.
That's how I always feel. People have asked me to do tutorials. I'm like, I have no business doing a tutorial. I can't show anybody anything, you know?
Yeah, exactly. No, like I'm kind of horrible at naming tricks. Like I don't know every single trick that I kind of do, but my catalog isn't that well with like remembering tricks. I just kind of do what feels best, honestly. But sometimes I like doing the manual. Hold on, the little manual palm fan thing, and then go into a ladder. That's probably like one of my favorite combos to do.
Well, I definitely learned a little something just now. So doing it that, like,
let me get the pit viper out.
So you're gonna go four-wheeling?
I guess so. Ellie's probably trolling me though. You have a good night too, Ellie. He's probably trolling me, but if he really does want to go four-wheeler running.
Steampunk, I can't wait to get my kookery chab from you. I think it's coming here on Monday. Maybe it's going to be here tomorrow. I'm going to check the tracking again. Anyways, dude, Chase, put your face up here and say goodbye to me.
All right.
Put that ugly mug up on the screen.
There we go.
Here, let me get that text out of the way. I really appreciate you, my man. It's been fun hanging out, and I'm sure we'll do this something like this again at some point.
I
But
hope so. Hopefully it'll be better for me.
Yeah, because
Like,
you know what? It'll be face to face in Atlanta. We'll be hanging out, and that's gonna be awesome. I look forward to meeting so many like friends and people there. It's gonna be awesome. Like it's like almost a month away or whatever.
yeah, it's gonna be really awesome. I'm trying to find maybe an Airbnb if I end up this year if I can't get one of my friends to go. We'll see what happens.
Since I'm a dealer, or since I'm there working a table, I was like, I can't mess around. I got a hotel right near the place, and got my plane ticket already. So I'm going to be there at the Soet table for sure. So we're going to be right there next to the Squid booth, next to JK and Joseph Hansen.
Dude, it's going to be so gnarly. I can't wait to see everyone, man. Thank you again for this opportunity, Paul. And
thank you,
if we
man.
do something in the future, hopefully I'll be able to go outside next time and won't sit in this chair the whole time. I actually wanted to take around at some point, but I got too comfy in this damn chair.
Hey, well, at least you were flipping the whole time. That's cool to see. Just watching you flip there, and your confidence with it and everything is awesome.
Yeah, I noticed actually there was a lack of that in some of the interviews. Nobody really flipped that much. And that's kind of something I kind of want to give everybody. I want somebody to kind of like some of you guys to get to watch me flip too through the whole thing, because that's like
I think that like sometimes when I talk, there's a delay, or when you talk, there's like that the sensor is like cutting one or the other off, and then the clicking sound too sometimes does. But it's also like it's a give or take. Either we have that live thing going on here, and there's some flipping and some background noise and some but because I've had a couple people like commenting on that with the Wi-Fi connection, to the gargle, to the lag time, to the cutting in and out. So I'm trying to figure out ways to minimize it. So anybody out there that has a suggestion of what we can do to make this live experience better for everybody. But I also feel like 90% of what we're talking about comes across. So there's some moments where it's a little crappy reception, big deal.
Yeah, I know what you mean, man. I'm so sorry, Paul. Really, bro. I tried.
No,
I don't.
You're awesome, man.
But my phone kind of came on because the battery percentage was about to go off. I think that's the only time it kind of happened.
Right. Oh, well, it's how it goes.
But you have a nice day, man, and I really appreciate this interview. Thank you so much. I enjoyed being here, and damn right I got knives is all I'm going to say.
All right. This is Damn Right Paul with Damn Right I Got Knives. We're checking out. We're saying goodbye. Adios, amigos. Thank you, Chase. Catch you guys soon.